Police charity insists it did nothing wrong here and says all the money raised from the raffle went to the family of the murdered officer. But the dealership says they poured thousands of dollars into the fundraiser, only to be cut out of the picture at the last minute. When Corporal Matthew Edwards was gunned down in the line of duty, we all felt the pain. Police officers turned out en masse at his funeral, and hundreds of regular folks lined the motorcade route.
I'm old, and I'd gladly trade my life for that man. He's so young, his whole life ahead of him, and it's gone like that.
People opened their hearts and their wallets, donating money to the wife and 2 kids Corporal Edwards left behind. Some of that money came from a raffle at Taylor Chevrolet.
Taylor Chevrolet is raffling off a Corvette ZR1 with all net proceeds going to the Corporal's family. And for $100, you have a chance to win.
Dealership president Bill Perkins came up with the idea. He had this expensive Corvette ZR1 on the showroom floor. Why not raffle off the car to raise money for the family?
Well, it started out being a win-win-win.
The dealership sells a car, someone gets a sweet ride tax-free, and what's left goes to the Edwards family. But as you're about to hear, this win-win-win turned into an ugly mess. The dealership wound up in a heated dispute with a police charity brought in to conduct the raffle. Bill Perkins says Taylor Police told him the dealership needed a nonprofit to get a state raffle license and handle the drawing. They suggested Thin Blue Line of Michigan, an organization that helps families of officers hurt or killed in the line of duty. Perkins says things started off fine. Thin Blue Line got the raffle license. The dealership paid to have the tickets printed and ran TV ads at their expense to promote the Corvette drawing. According to the dealership, this is how it was supposed to work. They sell 2,200 tickets at $100 each, raising $220,000. $117,000 goes to pay for the vet, the dealer's invoice costs. Around $47,000 goes to pay sales and income taxes for the winner. And the rest, about $56,000, goes to the family of Corporal Edwards. Lori Reinecker, founder of Thin Blue Line, ran the drawing, and the widow of Corporal Edwards pulled the winning ticket. Then things went sideways. After the drawing, the dealer says the Thin Blue Line threw him a curve. They said the winner didn't want the car. He was taking a cash payout. A cash payout? Before the drawing, had anybody said anything about a cash buyout?
No.
So you knew nothing about that?
No.
You assumed this car was going to leave here at a price that you had agreed on?
Yes.
So you think that you guys got taken?
Absolutely.
There was no mention of a cash payout on the ticket. The state charitable gaming division, citing this rule, told Action News if there was a cash option, it should have been printed on the ticket. Lori Reinecker says the state's interpretation is wrong. The house rules established by Thin Blue Line do mention a cash option, but the dealer says they were not posted at the drawing as required by state rules. Reinecker says the house rules were available, but the dealership never asked for them. John Rasmussen, the man who won the drawing, says the dealer is just being greedy, and the Edwards family ended up with more money by him taking a cash payout. You don't think the dealership is getting ripped off here?
No, not at all.
But remember, the dealership paid for the ticket printing costs and the TV ads. Perkins says they also paid interest and insurance on the vet for months while it sat on the showroom floor waiting for the drawing.
We had approximately $30,000 involved, and we have not received a dime.
Eventually, attorneys got involved and the two sides hit an impasse. Bill Perkins says he got tired of fighting and agreed to walk away with nothing under one condition. He wanted a full accounting of where the money went.
We don't know anything because we're left in the dark.
What happens when you ask them for accounting of the money?
We get very vague answers.
So I approached Scott Reinecker, president of the Thin Blue Line, and asked how much money the Edwards family got from the raffle.
Oh, we'll give you the report.
You will? With the full information?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing we turn in the state, Scott.
The state report says the winner was paid $95,000 in cash. After paying the winner's taxes, Thin Blue Line made a net profit of just over $94,000. Thin Blue Line's attorney told us Corporal Edwards' widow received all $94,000, and he sent us this letter signed by Mrs. Edwards saying she received all the monies from the raffle. But when the investigators dug deeper, we got a different story from Corporal Jerry Cole, the Taylor Police Department's liaison officer for the Edwards family. He says Mrs. Edwards got $89,000, not $94,000, and $6,000 went to the Thin Blue Line for legal expenses. Taylor Chevrolet says they just don't think the Thin Blue Line played fairly with them, and if there was $6,000 that went for legal expenses to the organization, that money should have gone to the Matthews family. Thin Blue Line, through their attorney, declined our request for an on-camera interview.
Scott, aren't there like bank records could tell who got what?
There definitely are, and by law they have to keep them for 3 years in case the state wants to do an audit. They rarely do that. We asked for this documentation. The Thin Blue Line said it was a juvenile tactic on the part of Channel 7 aimed at making the Thin Blue Line combative, so they wouldn't show us these records.
All right, no good deed goes unpunished.
All right, Scott, thanks.